Hello all, welcome back to the GatHouse Fitness channel. Today I am finally going to break down how I lost 100 pounds. The last video when I tried to go through this whole conversation, I guess I realized that there was a lot of things emotionally that I went through in the past that caused me to gain weight, as well as try things that I probably shouldn't have tried. And I, as they say, got in my feelings and the whole video was messed up. It was a big ramble, bunch of circles, like it was a hot mess. So what I have done is taken all of those thoughts and made it into a cut and dry. These are the things I did that effed me up, that I shouldn't have done, that you should not do. And these are the things that I did right. Take some tips from that. Use it, modify it however you need to, jumpstart or continue your fitness journey, whatever the case may be, or maybe even help the next person. So I'm just going to jump right in. I do have my little notes over here so I can stay concise and not go off on any tangents, not get in my feelings, just pure information, cut and dry and done. All right. So the things that I did wrong, because between the years of the end of middle school, maybe beginning of high school, through a few years after I got married, and that's a long span of time, like 16 years, I tried various things, and of course they either did not work at all or they worked short term and they caused me to yo-yo with my weight, emotions, and everything tied to that. So the things that I did wrong, I'm just going to list them. The first video I did like a chronological, like what made me do that and then how it turned out. We're not going to do that. I'm just going to tell you what I did. So I tried some unknown diet supplement that I did not know at the time was a diet supplement. It was an appetite suppressant that was given to me by a family member. I did not know at the time, like I said, that is what it was, but that was my first experience with diet pills. I've also tried phentermine or phentermine. I did get that from a physician, and then following that, a few years later, I got it multiple times from like the Dr. Diet program. It is a very, very bad, don't do it. I also tried Ally pills, Slim Quick, Hydroxycut, green tea, mega pills. I did a Zizia cleanse, the grapefruit diet. I did several detoxes, and I also tried the like body shrinking wraps. You put this on, it's gonna make you slimmer, blah blah blah. So those are all of the things I did that did not aid me in becoming healthy. They either suppress your appetite or make you really loopy. They can mess with your heart. They can mess with your digestion. It's not worth the risk, and it's all short term because you're not learning the things that are going to keep you healthy and keep the weight off once you stop the pills. Those are things that are not sustainable. You can't take Slim Quick for the rest of your life. So you need to know, the triggers, like I spoke about in my weight loss tips video. You need to know the things that are triggering you to either want to overeat or not eat in some people's cases, and want to be, dormant and stagnant and lazy and those type things before you, can actually do something that's going to be long term. So all those things I did do in my past, real screwed up. They probably also went into why my health was so bad by the time I actually started losing weight the right way. So when I did it the right way, that was back in like 2010, 11. It's all kind of mixed together in my brain at this point. But the first thing I did was alter my diet and my liquid intake. I was never like a soda person, but I did drink sweet tea. And I did eat all the things that are bad for you. So fried food, bunch of processed food, and fast food. And also alcohol, which I really don't even like. But when you are in a time of turmoil, either externally or internally, you do things to keep your brain happy, so you think. But it's detrimental to your health and your body. So the first thing I did was alter my diet. I knew that I had to stop eating these things that were processed. You can't go eat McDonald's and Taco Bell and Jack in the Box and all this stuff all through the week. And I stopped drinking sweet tea just altogether, and fruit juices and all that kind of stuff. That was the first thing I did. After that, I started doing workout DVDs, and I started with DVDs as opposed to going to a gym or anything like that, because I did not feel comfortable going to a gym, going to a group class, because I wasn't comfortable with myself. I didn't think I was quote unquote worthy to be around these people who I deemed to be fitter than me. So I started with DVDs because I could do it in my own home and I could do it at my own pace. So I did that, and I was doing those 3 to 4 times a week. And that lasted for, a few months. Then I added in walking outside because I felt more comfortable with people actually seeing me be active. So I started walking outside as well as doing the DVDs. So I would either do that before or after. So say go walk for 30 minutes, then come in and do my DVD. After that, probably about 6 to 8 months in, I started jogging as well as doing the DVDs. And at that point, I was working out 5 to 6 days a week. So at about 7 or 8 months, I was down about 50 pounds. And just so everyone knows, the medical, what would you call it? Medical rate? I don't know. But losing 1.5 to 2 pounds per week is pretty much where you should be. Some people are blessed to lose a little bit more. And of course, if you have way more weight to lose, you might lose bigger numbers, bigger chunks at one time in the beginning. But assuming that you are going to lose 7 and 8 pounds in a week is just not, it's just not going to happen. If it does happen, you're probably doing something that is not healthy for you, which means it's not going to be sustainable, which means the weight is going to come back. And usually when that happens, you're going to gain the weight you lost plus some more. So don't do these things that, have you dropping consistently 8 and 9 pounds, per week, 1 to 2 pounds per week on average. Like I said, some people body is a little bit different, but that is on average what you should lose. So anyways, about 7 to 8 months in, I was about 50 pounds down, and I started to hit a plateau where every week or every 2-3 weeks I was pretty much stagnant. I was at the same weight, and I wasn't at a point where I could push myself harder, so I asked for help. So one of my homeboys is actually also a trainer. So I went to him because I felt comfortable with him. So I started going to him about 2 to 3 days a week. And then I would also still do my workouts at home, either the jogging or then running, because I progressed to running, and the DVD, or I would do the things that were hard for me when I went to my training sessions. So I wanted to make myself better, when I went to see him. And that was also things that my body wasn't used to because I didn't do them all the time and they were new to me. So I would do that. So I would go to him 2 to 3 days a week and then work out on my own 2 to 3 days a week. And I finally reached my weight loss goal at about 2012. While with him, I also trained and ran a 5K as well as a half marathon. And like I said, I reached my goal in about 2012, and I stayed with him until it was either the end of 2013 or the beginning of 2014. I really can't remember at this time. And I stayed with him so long. I know most people don't stay with their trainers, 2.5 years or a year, 2 years. But I knew for myself that I wasn't at a point where I could continue to maintain my weight yet. I knew the things I needed to do. I knew how to do them, but I knew that I still needed someone to be accountable to. So until I got to the point where I felt like I could continue to challenge myself and make myself better, because even though I had lost the weight and I had reached my goal, there are still things I wanted to do. Lots of times once you finally lose your weight, you get into a kind of a zone where you want to start shaping your body and see what you can do and all this kind of thing. So until I felt like I was there and I could do it myself, I stayed with him. So like I said, I ended that back in end of 2013, beginning of 2014. And of course, we know at this point, since that time, I have also become a trainer myself. I have my own clients and all that good stuff. Now I'm, you know, paying it forward, helping other ladies do the same thing. So that was pretty much how I lost 100 pounds. I know everyone wants it to be this big, magnificent, like, glorious story, but at the end of the day, it's gonna be the same for everyone who lost the weight and kept it off. You have to put in the work, you got to put in the time, and you have to be consistent. Like all this waffling where you're going hard for 2 days, then you fall off for 3 weeks, or then you good for, you know, 2 months, and then you fall off for 6 months. Like you're starting over. Every time you quit, you start over. You have to be consistent, and it's not going to happen fast. If you recall and be honest with yourself, like you didn't wake up one morning 70 pounds overweight. So I don't know why anyone would think if they just put in 2 weeks of work, you're going to be back to, you know, snatched. It's just not going to happen. So if you put in the work, you will get the result. It's just like putting in time to be a doctor or a lawyer or anything else. You got to put in the time to get the result at the end. So everybody, you know, my tip is just keep pushing, continue to be consistent. No one's perfect. That doesn't mean you're not going to F up. That doesn't mean that every day is going to be the best. That doesn't mean that every workout is going to be fantastic. That's not even going to mean that every day you want to work out. But it just means that regardless of what you want to or how it is, you do it anyway. I mean, there's plenty of times people don't want to go to work, but you get up and go to work. You know what I mean? So just be consistent and it will come. So that is my story of how I lost 100 pounds, as well as the things I did before I got to that point. And like I said, I wanted to say the things that I did wrong, because I know a lot of people try these things and they're very bad for your health. And I know a lot of people who have done these things and things have happened to them that they haven't fully recovered back from. So I just wanted everyone to know that my journey wasn't perfect. I didn't wake up one day and just everything fell into place. I went back and forth just like every other human being. I had a roller coaster. I yo-yoed and all these type things. So don't think just because you went through or you're going through a time where you're doing things to try to get the results that aren't the best for you, doesn't mean that you're not going to get there. It just means that you need to refocus your energies and do it the right way so it can be long-term for you. So hopefully this was helpful to someone. Share the video, because like I said, it could help someone else. So that is it, guys. I got through it and I didn't mess up this time. You guys don't even want to know how bad the last one was. Horrible. Anyways, thank you for watching. I will leave all of my contact information in the description box below as usual. And if you have any questions, let me know. Have a great day. Peace out.